If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. A pleasant evening to all. As myself and my fellow group members embark on a journey through the course History and Philosophy of Early Childhood Development, we are tasked with presenting on the theme Evolution of Early Childhood Care and Education in the Caribbean. Happy am I to present our group members. Miss Erica Sargent will enlighten you on the objectives of our presentation. Miss Rene Latchman will give a brief history on the evolution of early childhood care and education in Jamaica. Miss Susan Patwa will discuss how Jean Piaget and Erik Erikson theories has influenced change in the teaching methods in the early childhood setting. Mistress Vanessa Young Edwards will educate you on the benefits of having an early childhood setting in the community. And myself, Miss Kanisha Phillip, will share on the promotion and investment done in Grenada to ensure high quality early childhood care and education. Lastly, I would like to introduce our e-tutor, Miss Faye Dixon. I will now hand you over to Erica.
Firstly, the highlight, our objectives of today's presentation is to highlight and give an understanding how early childhood care and education has evolved in the Caribbean, to understand theories, views, to enhance teaching methods, to give ideas that are used by stakeholders to promote early childhood care and education, to highlight and understand the history of early childhood and its contributions.
Early childhood development in Jamaica have come a long way where education is involved. Long ago, in the 1900s, child care centers was undergoing so many phases which materialized into the system it is today. Early childhood centers long ago was intended to be a place where students will go to kill time while their parents were at work, somewhere they can be supervised instead of running around the village unsupervised and careless. In Jamaica, the early childhood system has transformed for the betterment of the students by the standardization of the academic requirements, meaning teachers were needed to be properly trained and qualified to teach all students of different background and abilities. Now, the teacher's role is no longer the role of a babysitter, but a strong, encouraging support system that works with the students, helping them to develop all the necessary skills in their early years and beyond.
Good evening, everyone. Jean Piaget and Erik Erikson have influenced change in teaching methods in the early childhood settings by the following. Piaget's role: focus on the process of learning rather than the end product. That is, learning should be enjoyed and savored. Also, using more tangible support and visual aids whenever possible. Learning through play rather than chalk and talk. Play can be organized with intentions or expectations for each activity. Third point, differentiated teaching as opposed to one size fits all. That is shaking up what goes on in the classroom so that students have multiple options for info, making sense of ideas and expressing what they learn. Next point, hands-on activities as compared to abstract teaching. That is, taking a more active mentoring role instead of pushing information while they just sit and listen. Last point, teachers becomes facilitator guide rather than sage on stage. Focus on group dynamics where the students can build on what they learn from their activities. We will now look at Erickson's rule. First point, shift from teacher-directed to decision-making by students. This is where free choice to choose an activity with acceptable limits. This encourages a sense of purpose. Second point, moving away from corporal punishment to guiding behavior. That is, by talking to them about poor choices, and focus should be on guiding, not criticizing. Next point, provide opportunities to play. Children learn about themselves and to encourage and cooperate with others through play. Independent workers. Children should be encouraged to think and work on their own with a level of control and tolerance when accidents and mistakes occurs. Environment of the classroom. This should be well organized, where they learn different skills. And last, modeling appropriate behavior. And this is where teachers should demonstrate warmth, respect, behavior expected, and focus on children's need. Integration of both theories have a profound impact in early childhood education and provides a better answer from children on also a better way of teaching in the classroom. It is a lifetime personality development for them. I'll now turn it over to our next presenter. Thank you.
Having an early childhood institution in a community can benefit all stakeholders. Stakeholders being parents, community members, teachers, administrators, anyone who invests in the welfare and success of a school and its students. These benefits can be 1. A reduction in crime rate. Giving lessons in a creative way encourages children to be effective learners. Love of education for reading, learning, discovery, and nature takes root in preschool. Research has shown that students who develop a love for education from the early childhood level are more likely to graduate from high school and college. Therefore, students are less likely to go into a life of crime. 2. The financial burden of parents can be lessened. Children whose educational foundation are properly enforced are less likely to need extra lessons in school, thus eliminating the cost of extra lesson fee. Also, having a school in the community can tremendously cut the cost of taxi fare parents would have to find to send their children to school. And 3, job stability. A relationship with teachers and students is very important. Studies have shown that students who have a positive and supportive relationship with their teacher will attain a higher level of achievement than students who are not. Teachers are more likely to keep their jobs if children they have taught are high achievers.
High quality early childhood care and education continues to be a priority in Grenada. The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development in Grenada has emphasized the need to improve the quality of formal early childhood development services. As a result, continuous promotion and investment have been put in place to effectively improve the implementation of early childhood care and education. 4 areas of focus to enable changes are as follows. Staffing and qualification. According to Grenada Act 121, for employment as a teacher at pre-primary and primary level, a person must attain at least 4 GCE or CXE O-level subject. However, in the past, all teachers participated in a general primary school program, but from 2006, there has been an inclusion of an early childhood program at the Teachers College. Traditionally, All preschool buildings were designed with a very small room with limited space. Most of the other areas were just a walkway or tiny space without any facilities for play. However, based on research, early childhood educators now have a better understanding of early childhood care and education. The Government of Grenada, along with partnering stakeholders such as Basic Need Trust Fund (BNTF), has embarked on a journey to renovate and rebuild schools to meet the required infrastructure standard for an early childhood setting. In Grenada, policies has also been a priority to improve. In May to June 2005, a survey of the quality of learning environment in daycares and preschool were conducted. The findings showed that there were areas of limitation such as health and safety practices. As a result, the Ministry of Education revised its strategic plan, being more implicit and explicit in recognition of the crucial role of early childhood education in the overall educational process for education. For example, the need for early childhood education to improve pupils' literacy and co-social skills. Based on this development, a revised policy was done in 2007. In keeping with the theories of how children learn and think, early childhood educators have moved away from the traditional approach to teaching, which involved passive learning and teacher-directed activities, to a child-centered approach where students are actively involved in the learning process. Grenada has moved to a new era with the implementation of the high school program in all preschool. This program promotes student-centered activities, active learning through play, and planning to meet the needs of each child. This is aligned with Piaget constructive theory, which states that learning is an active, constructive process. There we can see that in Grenada, 4 areas that have been focused on for improvement are staffing and qualification, infrastructure, policy, and curriculum. I thank you.